Welcome everyone to Introduction to Feminist Studies. My name is of course Professor Saucon, and today before we get into the video, I have a little review of the important topics that have been discussed on this channel over the past few months. It seems like everybody is on a different page. Some of you are on page 200 and some of you haven't even bought the book yet. So in my extensive research on the feminists, I have come to the conclusion that there are two tiers. We have tier 1 feminists and tier 2 feminists, okay? So tier 1 feminists are friends of this channel. I've met some of you on the Discord and several of them in real life. They acknowledge issues facing women, but most importantly, they take into consideration men's issues, not things like mansplaining, but most importantly, they hate feminazis. These are the types of females you want to wife up. Tier 2 feminists, on the other hand, are what you want to avoid. They typically have rainbow colored hair with nose rings, since no guy is willing to put one on their finger, and they're often referred to as the living representation of Pokemon number 143, Snorlax. No disrespect to Snorlax, of course. It might be easier for you to take a look at a visual example. I'm going to try my best to fit this photo on the screen. So hopefully this photo clears up some confusion. Now, tier 2 feminists are on the rise, especially in my generation and a lot of the younger generations. They generally do a great disservice to tier 1 feminists, and you know what? Just humanity in general. They're actually evolving backwards, a scientific phenomenon, really. So that is it for class. Let's jump into today's hate mail from Richard. I really hate self-absorbed entitled brats like you, jackass. Remember the days when men were actually funny instead of picking fights over the internet? Get off your ass and quit with the video games. When I was your age, I had a real job. You should consider getting one so you can make some real money instead of your fake YouTube career. Well, first of all, sir, you sound highly uneducated. Instead of maybe working, you should have gone to school. I'm sorry that you're a crusty ass 40-year-old who's in the midst of a midlife crisis, sitting alone in your 1-bedroom apartment, no wife, no kids, just completely shunned from the rest of your family and society. I'm sorry that I've accomplished 100 times more in my life in half as much time. You probably send your measly paycheck to e-girls on Twitch so you can seek some sort of validation in your miserable life. Your little pecker grows 2 inches when those Twitch thoughts thank you for donating $2 to them. Now, if you don't find me funny, I really don't care. Humor is very subjective, but there are 184,000 other people who find my content humorous. And to your point about video games, I will continue playing them because in a sense, I'm getting paid to play. And for your final point, I didn't know that the paycheck YouTube sends me every month. I didn't know they were sending me fake money. Under United States federal law, use of counterfeit currency is illegal and it carries a sentence of up to 20 years in prison. So I guess that must mean the FBI is hot on my tail. You're just a bitter old man who's upset about the fact that someone a little more than half your age is making quite a decent amount of money doing something he loves, and that's shit talking on the internet. The jealousy just reeks from your email. Keep crying. I'll also ask you to go outside and plant a tree or two for the oxygen you waste on a daily basis. But anyways, today we're going to be taking a look at the topic of gamer girls apparently being oppressed by us guys. The patriarchy is apparently stopping women from being good at video games or something. Now, Vice, the company that made this video, has really gone into the gutter these days. At one point, they had the best content on YouTube, but these days, they're like a knockoff BuzzFeed, which really hurts me to say because I genuinely loved Vice. Their old content is fire, but their newer stuff is just bullshit hipster cringe. Without further ado, let's take a look at what we have.
Yo, women, honestly.
Get off my. Please refrain from being a nagging.
I've heard go make them sandwiches. I've heard to go back to the kitchen. I've heard that I am not good because I'm a girl.
Oh, boo-hoo. Cry me a river. Is she seriously offended over a kitchen joke? Go make me a sandwich is now offensive. We as a society have gotten softer than the extra soft Charmin toilet paper. These are like elementary level insults. You can't seriously be crying over this. I mean, you know what? Let's just take a look at what a voice chat argument looks like between two guys, and keep in mind, this isn't even that bad compared to what I've experienced. This is one of the milder arguments.
You are fucking completely used to everything in life. I have the maximum amount of failed abortion. That's how useless you are. You are a failure at everything. You can't shut the fuck up. You can't do anything right. You're a disappointment to your family.
Because there's no existing support there.
a lot of female gamers don't want to go pro. Nobody wants to be the nail that gets hammered back down.
Oh, stop it. Stop the bullshit. Stop the cap. Stop this nonsense. Please just stop. This is not the reason. The real reason is they're just not good enough. I hate to say it. Now, I'm no MLG pro. I'm a casual. I'm sure there are girls out there who would destroy me in a game of COD, but I promise you, those same girls are just not going to be able to compete with the best male video game player. Think of it like the NBA versus the WNBA. I'm not too familiar with the esports scene, but I can bet you that the best Fortnite player, the best Call of Duty player, the best FIFA player, they're all guys. Esports is inherently a meritocracy. If you're good enough, regardless of age, race, or gender, motherfucker, you could be a transgender, non-binary, either gender, blind senior citizen. If you can go to tournaments and obliterate your competition, you're gonna make it to the top. You'll get noticed. Nobody cares which of the 20,000 genders you are. If you're good, you'll show it, but I hate to say it, these female players are just cheeks compared to the best male players. I'm not even trying to be mean, it's the truth.
There's no comment that can turn me away from this game. I still want to play.
Then why are you complaining so much? If nothing can stop you from playing this game, that's wonderful. It shows how dedicated you are, but clearly these randoms over the internet are living in your head rent-free. They're crawling all over your brain. They give you nightmares. If that isn't the case, then you wouldn't be here with your fake sob story trying to fish for our sympathy.
A lot of the people in the community thinks that you're stealing a spot, or that money should go somewhere else, or that you're not good enough to be sponsored. There's so much attention when you reach the top of a top game, and so much pressure that a lot of the times these girls don't really want to continue and pursue or feel like it's worth it.
This is literally a thing everywhere. This has nothing to do with sexism. Do you know how much pressure guys like LeBron James, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and even female athletes like Serena Williams go through on a constant basis? If you want to make it to the top, it's natural for there to be pressure. Everybody's eyes are on you and you need to perform. That's just nature. This has nothing to do with sexism. It seems like these girls just aren't built different. If you want to make it to the top, you have to be cracked. You have to be a different breed. If you want to play competitively, you have to face competition, and with that, there naturally comes pressure, which it seems like these girls don't know how to handle. So what I recommend is they stop playing competitively altogether and maybe just whip out the Nintendo and play Animal Crossing or Super Mario Galaxy or something like that. And if they want a little bit of competition, they can play Wii Sports.
And that's pretty much every single day. I have a lot of pressure because the last solo tournament, I didn't do as well in Australia. And I went on Twitter and I was just getting flamed for no reason.
Flamed for no reason? I think she got flamed because she played like dog shit. Every competitive player gets quote unquote flamed if they performed terribly. This goes for basketball, soccer, virtually everything. Do you expect people to suck you off and tell you just how good you are if you played bad? Just go onto Twitter and see how many people get flamed for literally no reason. And these are just your everyday normal people. I get flamed in the comment section for having garbage aim in my gameplay. So no shit, you're gonna get made fun of when you're signed to a pro team, have all the best and most expensive equipment at your disposal, and end up playing like a degenerate.
I think I knew the harassment I would face because I've always experienced it being just a girl online. Like I've heard everything since I was 9 years old. It's definitely gotten more personal because it's like my everyday job, and I have to hear harassment from other pros, and it's pretty annoying, but at the same time, I'm like...
I proudly served in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2. As a 10 to 14-year-old, I heard some of the worst things being said to me because at that point, I was a squeaker. I had a really high-pitched voice, so when I spoke into the mic, the older dudes I played against picked me apart. They were ruthless. Okay, so online harassment is a thing that virtually affects all of us. It's not a unique problem that only you're facing. People are out here getting slandered in Among Us. So you really think that a game that has voice chat capabilities isn't going to be toxic?
Once we're here, my strategy is more to just make sure they're comfortable, go get them you know, an energy drink, some water.
This dude is a Fortnite coach. What a beta cuck. Come on, man. You're really a water boy slash cheerleader for an esports team, and a terrible team at that. I mean, have some self-respect. You're a grown-ass man, bro. Like, I think these esports players can go to the vending machine and get themselves whatever they want. And what does a Fortnite coach even do? Like, for real? Like, what is there to coach? It's Fortnite. All you gotta do is be good, have good aim, communicate with your teammates, and secure the dub. It's not like they need to draw up a full court press or a 5-out motion offense play on the whiteboard. I've heard some fake job titles in my day, but this one has to be the fakest. Faker than Kim Kardashian's plastic ass. This dude actually coaches Fortnite. If I was a manager or something, like a hiring manager, and I have 2 resumes in hand, one that's a blank sheet of paper and one that has Fortnite coach on it, I will take that Fortnite resume to the nearest paper shredder and turn the shredder up to the highest possible shred setting and make sure that resume is virtually turned into dust. I will not only hire the person who sent me a blank piece of paper, but I'll give them a quadruple promotion.
There's kind of this masochist loop when you are a woman in gaming trying to get better. You're trying to be a better competitor, so you have to play more. You play more, so more chances that you get harassed or insulted while you're gaming, where you're kind of depressed, but you want to be better, so you play more and it makes you more depressed. So it can be a little bit challenging.
You know, there's this beautiful invention. It's truly the greatest invention of mankind. I'm gonna teach you all how to do it. So if you're playing a video game that has a voice chat capability and you're playing against someone, they're getting annoying or being toxic or whatever, and you don't want to be able to hear them again, there is this option called the mute button. And what this truly transformative invention does is you won't be able to hear the person you muted ever again. Let me show you a very quick demonstration. So you go over here, you do that, you click this, you click that, and done. You won't be able to hear them again. It took me less than 3 seconds to do, and all of your problems are solved. It takes literally 2 seconds to do, and you won't be able to hear them again, and you can just move on with your life. So I don't even know what these females are complaining about. They're really blaming us men for being so good at video games. It's not my fault that you suck eggs. Get good. So with all that being said, if I'm able to get to 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll be doing a little Christmas giveaway or whatever. The winner will get a video game of their choice. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done that, and be sure to follow me on Twitter as well. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Doing this shit for the gold, don't want silver, neither bronze. Making my name a hustle, one they know me like LeBron. Ain't nobody there to be for, but I'm trying to be the one. It always seems impossible until it's getting done. Doing this shit for the gold, don't want silver, neither bronze. Making my name a hustle, one they know me like LeBron. Ain't nobody there to be for, but I'm trying to be the one. It always seems impossible